Welcome.
Welcome to
The summer event of the summer.
Listening to Daniel swallow his saliva right away. Welcome.
You thought you This is all part of the trailer. You thought you knew what it sounded like to hear saliva in Dolby. But now it's in double D Dolby.
Now it's in double D. TH X.
And now the little Pixar lamp is gonna gulp.
It's been replaced by that bird that keeps going and drinking water.
Yeah. And it's for 3 hours and it plays before Oppenheimer. Well, this is the Candy is Dandy podcast brought to you by Dolby this month.
We've been sponsored by an actual corporation.
We're owned by Lucasfilm now, which doesn't exist. I guess we're Disney.
Yeah, we're Disney.
Yeah,
we're Disney Plus.
Uh-oh.
The mouse bought us.
So this is the Candy Review podcast where each episode we pick a different candy, give a little candy news, give the candy's history, taste it, review it, and then we play a candy game, and then you get to listen to the sweet sounds of us gulping.
Gulping and chewing. That's what the show should have been called.
So this is Daniel Zaffron.
I'm Beto Sistos.
And I'm Greg Gonzalez.
And sitting in on us this week,
We have a guest, a
very
special
special
guest.
guest. He's, all right, let's see if people can guess. He's covered in white hair. You see him around Christmas time.
He drinks a Coca-Cola.
He's
He's not supposed to. He's a bad boy.
Whenever he sees a polar bear, he gets really scared. That's right. It's Greg's dog, Ringo.
Hi. I'm answering for him. He's a little preoccupied. He's licking salt off my hand right now.
Yeah.
Nice.
Greg is famously salty.
Yeah. He just took a shot of tequila. So
I've got lime all over my hands if you want.
He just has to stop at each little table here. It's a different thing.
Beto has a glass of Coca-Cola. Well, he already said Coca-Cola. But what do you chase tequila with?
More tequila, baby.
The cycle continues. Now I've got the salt. So before we do get into this show, we have some classic top of the show.
Top of the show to you. Top of the show.
Top of the show, Ringo. Ringo, say it.
Good boy, Ringo.
Good boy. He said it. We all heard it, right? He said it. Okay, so this top of the show is a very special top of the show because I and the rest of LA Meekly LLC, not LA Meekly.
Yeah, shout out.
Yeah, shout out.
Oh yeah, so we are owned by Lucasfilm, but LA Meekly bought Lucasfilm from Disney. It was a hostile takeover from Disney.
We underbid the competition.
And it was so confusing that they just signed the papers.
We had what they really wanted was mint condition Chewbacca from the original toy run. And they sold everything for that.
And now Salacious Crumb is my lawyer. Okay, so
I object.
So you think that'll stand up to a jury? So I wanted, and all of us, to give a very special how do you do, how's it going, thanks for listening to one of our, I'm going to say, coolest and favorite listeners. Why is she one of the coolest? Because she's 10 years old.
That automatically makes her the coolest.
The younger you are in this game that we're playing with everybody, the cooler you are in your eyes. So her name is Ashton. Hello, Ashton.
Hello, Ashton.
I know you're listening to this because your mom is making you. So when we did a Ellie Meekly LLC live show recently, Greg, at a haunted old church, she was there and we got to meet her and I got to talk to her after the show. And it was crazy that a 10-year-old girl was there as a fan of Candy she hates LA Meekly, but she loves Candy is Dandy.
Yeah.
And her favorite candy, Ghirardelli squares with
really
salted caramel.
Oh, smart girl.
Yeah, it's like one of our best
highest
rating.
But she has never had a peep.
So I don't want to.
Oh,
I can't hear a peep out of that.
That puts her even higher in the rankings, though. She's never had a peep.
She's pure.
She needs to ruin her palate.
You know what goes great in between two Ghirardelli salted caramels? A disgusting peep.
A peep s'more, dude.
Oh, well, we talked about that.
Yeah, we did.
And also, they now make Ghirardelli s'mores flavored.
What? There's marshmallow in there?
I don't know what's in there. There's
wow.
something to
curious.
simulate a marshmallow
Yeah.
inside of it. But
Can I just, an aside, we can just toss it out real quick. Enough time has passed where I forgot the peep experience. So you guys are saying peep, so I could have one right now. I could totally eat a peep right now.
it's like childbirth, and you like forget the pain. You're like, I could do it again.
I could do it again. Oh, for sure. Yeah.
I could have another one.
Yeah.
So look, lucky you've never had a peep. Also, sorry for all the inappropriate things
right.
we've ever said. And also, thank you, Ashton.
Yeah,
for
thank you,
listening.
Ashton.
Thank you.
We think you're the best fan we've ever had, and Ronald Reagan listens to this show.
The actor?
That's saying a lot.
The ghost of Ronald Reagan listens to this show. Okay, so now we're moving on to a very special segment called Candy News.
Oi, I'm the Candy News boy, and I'm back in action. Gonna beat you with the news because you know I'm back in.
He didn't even barely introduce himself. He launched straight into the rap this time. Like, that's how they do. If you want to get your video to go viral, don't waste time with introductions and titles. Just get straight into it. How do you make a tower in Minecraft?
Out on Candy Cane Lane, they call me Timothy the Jawbreaker. Gonna pop you in the rocks, have you begging for a lifesaver.
He's a little Cockney thug.
Wait a minute. So who's Timothy McJawbreaker then? Is he also Timothy McJawbreaker?
Negative. I'm a life taker, a widow maker. Bend the knee to me and call me the Candy Undertaker.
Oh my
You're just
God.
a candy loser.
Oh
Make
my
way
God.
for real candy bruisers, like me and my boys up in Canada.
I don't know what that means.
We're coming for you. Gonna make you cry, Halloween apples, sir. Living a life of crime like the Skiddler. Gonna twist you like a Twizzler. Gonna high chew you out, spit you out, stomp you out. When I'm done with you, you'll be black and blue. Not even your mother's gonna recognize you.
Oh my God, black and blue like what? Like a now and later?
So this is a shout out to the real Candy Nation. Turn this garbage podcast off and listen to a different station.
Oh my God. He could be slamming anybody.
Yeah, literally any
But he's not.
podcast. It's both pointed and vague. I like that.
Oi, Daniel, I just came back to let you know I signed a multi-million-dollar record deal with Candyland Records.
Oh my God.
Me and Timothy McJawbreaker are going to make a banging country rap album.
Finally, we have a new Uncle Cracker. Finally. And he's candy based. I'm not even jealous. I'm happy for him.
And Candyland Records, the big producers, Trick or Treat Ruben.
Trick or Trick Ruben?
Yeah, Trick or Treat Ruben. Yeah, Trick or Treat Ruben.
right.
That's it, yeah.
Now, what were you saying, Candy?
Sorry. I had to
you,
get that in.
Greg Gonzalez.
Uh-oh.
I'm a huge fan. I love your band, Sexy Cigarettes.
Oh, that's...
Everybody knows the name of the band. It's just so easy to remember.
Me and Tim want to do collaborations with you.
Oh,
Okay, I'll make sure to forward that to its appropriate source. Thank you. Thank you. I got really excited hearing that I had a single fan, but you know what? Another one for him, that's fine, I guess.
How come nobody ever wants to collaborate with me? Everybody comes in here and wants to collaborate with Greg.
It's because you suck, Daniel.
But in the candy world, that's a good thing, isn't it? Do I suck and chew?
I'm a sucker. Everybody on the streets calls me a sucker, which is a good thing.
They say they're going to get me, and then they refer to me as a sucker.
It's just stupid news. I'm out.
Whoa.
He puts up this front that he hates us and he's mean to us, but he knows who the Skittler is. He knows who Timothy McJawbreaker is.
And he did give you the news.
He did give you the news.
At the end of the day.
I think he's going to have something of a third act Darth Vader transformation. Where he's also my father. Did I not
mention that?
Little wrinkle. Candy Newsboy is my father. We added that in because it made for better. It made for a better cliffhanger.
I think the Stockholm syndrome is real with him.
Yeah.
It's true. Yeah, he keeps coming back.
I've got Helsinki syndrome, and you've got Havana syndrome, don't you, Greg?
Yeah, that's me. Yeah.
Do we all know what Havana syndrome is?
No,
no
what is
idea.
that?
It's that thing that I don't think they know why it's happening, but
Everybody drinks Coke and you can't deal with the U.S.?
you drive cars from the 50s.
Cars of the 50s.
And you smoke Cuban cigars. No, they're just called cigars.
They're called cigar, yeah.
But it's, I don't know, like something in Havana, there was some American something or whatever, and people were hearing this like loud buzzing, and they think it was they call it the Havana syndrome, and they think it was some sort of weaponized sound by somebody to get at the Americans. I don't really know that much about it, and I don't think many
Greg Gonzalez, I'm a weaponized sound.
Interesting.
Anyways, glasses start.
And when was this?
This is like it keeps
Like
happening.
when Cuba opened up?
No. Like in the last couple of years.
Whoa.
Oh, wow.
So maybe when Cuba, I don't know.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But that is not the candy news, despite despite how informed I sounded about that.
Oh yeah, you really informed. And then something with I don't know who.
It was Havana.
And a sound, but I don't really know, and I don't know.
We were in Cuba, but Americans were there, and sound could hurt people. Okay, so this candy news is called "Think of Los Niños."
Si, senor.
It is a very Spanish-speaking.
Yeah.
It is, yeah.
Got Havana. We've and that's as far as my Spanish goes. So, as has become clear, the world is in for an El Nino year, which, supercharged thanks to the help of our old pal global warming,
Our old pal.
has already begun wreaking havoc in the form of horrifying wildfires up in the land of Halloween apples. Canada.
Canada.
Yeah, more like Canta don't. Sorry to all. Oh, wait, he's British now? I guess part of the empire. Okay, but the changes it has yet to bring to the weather through the rest of the year are going to have global impacts on the prices of coffee, cookies, and candy.
All the bags are going to be wet.
Yeah.
That's what it means.
Candy is only for boys now because of El Nino. So the hotter weather El Nino will cause in places like Brazil and Indonesia is projected to cause a decrease in Robusta coffee bean output by 5 and 20%. Respectively in those two countries. But the effect of El Nino in West Africa, need we be reminded, the world's largest cacao growing region could lead to a decreased output as high as 8% of cacao.
We might have to become a gum podcast for a while.
Eventually, we're just eating like the bars from Snowpiercer. Soylent Green's really good this week.
I think I know this guy.
What would you give Soma? So these higher prices have led to some stores in the UK locking up their coffee behind security cases to prevent theft. And one beverage distributor in Japan has suspended selling Tropicana products completely because oranges are also being affected by this.
Oh my.
So as hot El Nino summer starts kicking into gear, what better time to stock up on chocolate bars to keep in your sweaty apartment just to save a few dollars?
That's not for eating.
Yeah.
That's for emergencies.
Yeah, it's for emergencies only. That's why it's behind glass.
It's like the seed bank in case there's and we just have like Mars bars and coffee crit. Why am I picking candies that don't exist in America?
And then it's next to a dodo egg. And
It's in the Smithsonian. It's on Archie Bunker's chair. There's just a Crunch bar melting on it.
the national treasure, but they're just stealing candy.
So that has been this week's edition of Candy News. Oh, he's already gone. I was expecting one final, something.
He's in the corner coming up with. He's doing the Eminem thing where he's got a hoodie on and he's writing around.
He's got Mom's spaghetti all over his shirt. He doesn't like to talk when Mom's spaghetti's all over. What would you give Mom's spaghetti out of 5? Out of 5 meatballs?
Out of 5 paisanos, what would you give it?
So this week, Beto, you have picked our candy. What the hell are we doing here?
Tell me about it. This was a rough one. Today we're going to talk about De La Rosa Mazapan Original.
Oh boy, that means of the rose. Marzipan Original. Just for Ashton, she looks to me for her Spanish translations.
This is the marzipan style candy with the red rose on it.
Okay, so
I've been seeing these my whole life, and I didn't have one until maybe 5 years ago.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah. I as well have seen these my whole life, but I always thought it was dulce de leche, which I do not like.
Right.
So I have always avoided these.
Yeah.
And also every rose has its thorns, so I was a little scared.
I thought it was soap for the longest time, but it's nice to know that I can eat it and not and no one will get
It
in
has,
trouble.
survival qualities to it. I think you can light it on fire.
You can filter water through these also if you just put it in a river. Dissolve this into some toilet water and you can drink it after an earthquake.
Yeah, if you stack up 5 of these, you could pee on one end and the other side will be drinkable water.
So just for clarification, dulce de leche is like a type of caramel.
Right. Mm-hmm. So, and you sent me a whole thing of the differences. There's like in the same family, it's like dulce de leche, marzipan, caramel, toffee. It's like all sides of the same dorky Dungeons and Dragons
It's a
dice.
it's a D20 for sure.
Speaking of Disney.
Oh.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah,
That's
I
good.
know. I know things.
I've read a headline in my
The
life.
company we own.
Oh, yeah, we own.
Yeah, we own
No,
them now.
let's not get crazy. We own Lucasfilm.
Oh, okay,
Let's not
all right,
confuse the market.
Let's kill a precious Star Wars character today, just for fun.
Yeah, I'm looking at you, Bib Fortuna.
Speaking of confusing the market, let's talk about marzipan.
Oh, yeah.
Jeez. All right. If there is such a thing, traditional marzipan consists of two basic ingredients, almonds and sugar,
Okay.
which are ground together and typically molded into some kind of shape.
Right.
Like a little fruit.
or like a mouse or something. Because
Yeah,
like
like an
you
animal.
see in Germany, they like go crazy with the things that they make.
Mm-hmm.
And those,
Is that right?
Yeah, those are almondy. I hate those.
Oh, yeah?
things. Yeah.
Oh, man.
But I know this is a little different.
This is a little different. We'll talk about it.
You have no class.
Oh, suddenly I
need to
can't say
grow
I
up.
hate things in Germany. Herr Gonzalez.
Greg Gerbil's over here. Sorry, go ahead.
The origin of marzipan is highly disputed. Some believe it originated in Persia, present-day Iran, citing a reference to an almond paste used as an aphrodisiac in Arabian Nights, which is a collection of Middle Eastern folk stories, whose origins range from the 8th to the 14th century.
Have you read any of the Arabian Nights?
I think I have.
I mean,
for Muslim historiography class I took.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of stories that are just like the story of Aladdin. Isn't that a
Yep.
like some stories that we just is it Star Wars is a Arabian Night story, isn't it?
It's true, yeah.
Oh no, that's the Book of Boba Fett. It's a lost book of the Arabian Nights.
I want to be a criminal underlord, but I don't want to commit any crime, and I'm a bad guy who's mysterious, but here's my face.
but also
and I don't want to be a bad guy.
And I'm also from New Zealand.
Yeah. Perfect teeth, by the way.
Perfectly natural teeth.
Yeah.
Resume.
All right. On that note, some claim marzipan originated in 12th century Spain during the reign of Alfonso VII, where it is known as postre regio, or the royal dessert.
You've been doing a lot of Spanish king candy lately.
I don't know. I've been co-opted or something. I don't know what's going on.
Did you accidentally kiss the ring? And then this is
I bent the knee.
Arabian Nights.
Other sources establish the origin of marzipan in ancient China, from where the recipe moved into the Middle East and then throughout Europe.
But do they have? I mean, because it's so almond based. Was it always almond based, or the original was almond based?
That's part of the problem that
How
we're
can
going
it
to
be
talk
in China
about.
then? Oh,
We're going to talk about that issue. Don't you worry, Daniel.
put it in Star Wars terms, or else I'm not going to get it.
Marzipan is your father.
But how did I get my hand back?
You mold it into the...
Luke's marzipan hand.
Stop biting it.
Marzipan Han Solo.
Thank you.
Marzipan Solo.
Others will point to language, claiming the word marzipan derives from the German word Marzipankuchen, which means
Wait, what's cooking?
which means March bread or March cake, a name thought to have been derived from the Latin word Martius, meaning March, and panis, meaning bread.
Okay, that makes sense.
Clearly, when it comes to marzipan, it's complicated. And to complicate matters even further, modifications to the original recipe also vary worldwide, hence what you were talking about.
Right.
Depending on where you're from, marzipan may include other ingredients such as honey, rose water, egg, butter, peanut, pistachio, and hazelnut.
And you were saying aphrodisiac?
We haven't eaten it yet, Greg.
Yeah, we're flirting. It's foreplay.
Purists
I'm
be-
marzipan sexual. Did I not mention that?
I like that. Purists be damned. Some marzipan doesn't even have any almonds in it at all.
This one that we're holding, or some,
This one that we're holding and others.
Okay.
and the rest. Because I think I will like that, because this is, I don't want to get ahead of you, but what this is based out of, I'm a fan of,
Yes.
more so than almonds. I think I
Spain?
famously put down yeah. I'm a big fan of Spain.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We had, what was like a chocolate with almonds or something?
Oh, right.
and-
you threw a fit.
Yeah.
You said you quit.
Yeah. And it was the first episode. I think it was Snickers almond. And
Yeah.
I said, I can't do this
I can't
anymore.
do this.
It was, yeah. Oof.
Is this Fear Factor?
You took a chunk out of that budget to get you back. All right, Daniel.
That PPE loan or or whatever.
All our COVID money straight to Daniel.
Yeah, no, I am excited for the variation on this because I don't know. There's something about almond flavor, but those like German types of marzipan are so sweet in a way that I am not a fan of.
Yeah, I would say like, especially with a lot of like modern like almond extracts, it's such an invasive flavor that's kind of sickly sweet to me.
I was going to say, like when we used to bake pies together, when we would use almond extract.
And that's not a euphemism, right?
No, it is. But when we were done, we also put pies in the oven. Yeah.
So we made pies together and then we stooped. And that means making pies. Yeah. But when we would smell, because I think...
Also not a euphemism.
Yeah.
And then we would sniff something. But because remember, I think when we would make like a cherry pie and it would say add almond extract.
Like a drop.
Because the almond extract almost was like a cherry flavor. Oh. Because it was such a weird sweetness. Like an almond doesn't taste like that.
That's so weird. Yeah, like the almond itself, not as potent, but when you get that extract.
It's weird. I don't like it. But I do like to make pies with my friends.
Any friend I can get my hands on.
So why all the confusion? Because one of the most basic and common confections in every culture is some sort of sweetened nut or bean paste or grounded up meal.
Yeah.
History's candy.
Yeah.
Because fruits have always been boring.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, just hot take. Maybe honey is the oldest candy.
Oh, you're right.
Oh, that's interesting.
And you know who agrees with you? Winnie the Pooh. Always after that stuff. And he's like,
bother.
Oh, bother. Do I have to debate this
you
again?
have to make another pie with Tigger.
Oh, is he stooping or is he making...
Or is he making pies?
Think marzipan, halva, cocoa, dough.
Right.
And the like red bean paste in Asian desserts, which I famously went on a offensive tirade about how much I don't like.
Yeah. It wasn't even mostly about the paste. It started getting about weird stuff like trading. I don't know. Silk Road. You hate the Silk Road now?
Economics came in somehow.
I mean, I think there should be some sort of trade federation or a clone war. I don't know what's happening.
So with that little history lesson out of the way, let's talk about De La Rosa.
Okay.
In 1942, a man named Jesus Michel Gonzalez and his wife, Elvira Velasco Rolon Gonzalez started making handmade candy in their home in Guadalajara, Mexico.
Guadalajara! The most fun place in the world to say.
Al Pacino should be the ambassador, so I can just say it.
They sold candy nuts, lollipops, and other hard candies to make extra money to provide for their 13 children.
Oh my God. Talk about an aphrodisiac.
Talk about making pies.
Talk about Pooh and Tigger. Talk about a droid army.
There's your clone army.
Talk about a New Zealander with good teeth, I think. I don't know. Is Salacious Crumb here again?
Their operation slowly grew, and in 1948, they were able to purchase their own confectionery shop. In 1950...
In Guadalajara.
In Guadalajara.
Guadalajara.
Which I believe it's still there to this day.
Oh, really? Yeah. So it's like the De La Rosa shop.
The De La Rosa shop, which would later become the Dulce de la Rosa company.
Dulce de la Rosa, sweet of the rose.
Sweet of the rose. In 1950, the Gonzalez family decided to venture into marzipan, but they substituted almonds for peanuts.
You mean peanuts for almonds?
They substituted almonds for peanuts.
Almonds
for peanuts.
For
right?
Wait a minute.
They got rid of the almonds.
They are not using almonds.
They're using peanuts now.
But wouldn't you say substituted peanuts for almonds?
But that would imply they're using almonds, wouldn't it?
I mean, they weren't doing anything. But they substituted. Wait, okay. So you say it your way.
All right, let me say it my way.
Substituted
almonds for peanuts.
They substituted almonds for peanuts.
Okay, so are you saying they used peanuts?
Correct.
Yes.
But you would say they substituted peanuts for almonds because they substituted the almonds.
Okay. I'll say it however I need to say it.
It made sense the way you were saying it. They're going to use peanuts. They traded this for this.
But wouldn't you say...
I substituted this can pour water.
So he's drinking water.
Substituted
Oh,
this-
maybe you're right.
this can for water. Hey, leave us a review on,
This
on
is
Apple
gonna make it?
Podcast.
Hi, all the English teachers out there.
Yeah.
Hang on, this is gonna make it, Beto. This is gonna get us a Peabody Award. This discussion of how you say how
right,
to
all right.
substitute.
We are dissecting semantics.
Here we go. I'm going to say it a totally different way.
Okay.
Yeah, this autopsy this week is of that
Yeah.
sentence.
In 1950, the Gonzalez family decided to venture into marzipan. But due to the cost and availability of almonds, they used peanuts instead.
Oh, what?
Oh, they substituted almonds for peanuts.
Wait a minute. So this is made out of money?
Welcome to Grammar is Gorgeous, the grammar review podcast. How many pencils?
I'd give it 3 rewrites.
Ruler smacks on the hand. All right, here we go. The candy's popularity grew, and people started calling it marzipan de la rosa, as its packaging had a flower printed on it, a red rose.
So it didn't have this is just a colloquial name that it stuck. Mm-hmm. So it was just known, it was just marzipan.
It was just marzipan, and then in the little flower wrapping, and so the name stuck. And then today it is called de la Rosa Mazapan, and it is among one of the most popular Mexican treats in the world.
I do have to say the packaging, not just the packaging, but the design of it is really great.
Yeah.
On a graphic design point, like,
Oh yeah,
Level.
they did a great job, especially like 1950.
yeah.
Wow.
What throws me off is that the de la are lowercase.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So like the start of the name is lowercase. It's a little too modern for me.
Well, Daniel, grammar man,
I don't know how I became the grammar
grammar
stickler.
you always lowercase what, like 3-letter words and of and
Yeah.
the.
You do,
Yeah.
you do, but it feels wrong to me.
Now
Jeez,
it's wrong.
Yeah. Just the color scheme of like the light tan beige marzipan and then
Yeah.
the red and the green, just like all the colors hit so perfectly. I can taste it.
The design is very, what do you call it? Ballet folklorico.
It is. Yeah, you're right.
It's a kiss from a beautiful rose, this candy.
It's very simple. It's straight to the point. I like it. It's
Yeah.
a good design. They did a good job.
They did.
This is one of those candies that their marketing department.
Yeah.
This is
elegant.
Yeah.
This is certainly not the Sour Patch Kids.
No. they need to take a lesson.
So is that the history of
That
this,
is the
of
history.
this beautiful candy?
Of this beautiful candy.
Okay, so it's time to taste this. So
Okay.
you got it in a giant pack. We'll talk about where you got it and all that later.
It comes in a little hockey puck.
It is. This is a little hockey or like a ding dong or
Yeah.
something. But the box looks like to go back to the Havana syndrome, like it looks like a box of cigars.
Yeah,
it does. Yeah, it's very like vintage looking box.
It is. And to get back to this being the most popular, why is everybody on their phones? Is something happening that I'm not aware of?
Oh my god!
Oh my God.
9/11
9/12. So this, maybe it's just we all grew up in Los Angeles,
Yeah.
but this is everywhere.
Yep.
Like you would
Oh,
see
yeah.
this at every single store.
Gas stations, liquor stores, convenience stores,
On the
ice cream
street.
on the
Ice
street,
cream trucks,
ice
yeah,
cream trucks.
which are on the street. So,
yeah.
not to be the grammar general once more.
Yeah. I think they're in the street.
Yeah, no.
Are they in the street or on the street?
Or of the street.
Yeah.
I don't. Are they de la calle?
When my family moved to Los Angeles, we were told the streets were paved with marzipan, and so I was right. So, okay, so you want to get into unwrapping this?
Oh yeah.
You have to be very careful when opening them
So
because
it's crumbly, you were saying?
It's crumbly.
Okay, because I don't know. I have never had one of these because I thought it was dulce de leche.
Yeah, I would open it flour down to
Yeah.
the
No, I want
table.
to rip it.
Yeah,
Just,
above my head.
just.
Can I just crush it in my hand and see what happens?
It's actually pretty easy to open.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah, I see what you mean. This is almost halva texture, the way it's crumbling like
Yeah.
that.
Ooh, Ringo wants some.
Yeah. Ringo wants some.
This smells exactly like halva. I know neither of you have had halva.
Hence the culture war of who created marzipan.
Right,
dude.
this is crazy.
Countries have gone to war because of this.
Countries have gone to clone wars over this. Yeah, it really smells exactly because halva is made out of. I once got this wrong, and Alex corrected me.
Uh-oh.
It's made out of sesame seeds, halva. So a similar sort of flavor palette, I guess, to a peanut.
And there's also butter in there, right?
In halva, no.
No?
No.
Okay.
It's it's tahini and... Don't you start a Clone War, Greg. But yeah, no, this smells exactly like it, and this smells really good.
Because this is essentially a proto candy.
Yeah, this is.
This is ground something plus something sweet.
Yeah.
Right. But I mean, if I am all behind saying halva is candy, so proto candy or not, I count this completely as candy.
Did yours break apart? Mine did.
It was like I was an earthquake opening it. Like I opened it so gingerly, and the San Andreas fault just split it down the middle.
Yeah.
The success rate has got to be pretty low.
Yeah, you have to make sure it's
game in the future. Who can unwrap?
Oh, yeah.
Take note, me editing this. But yeah, we'll have to do that one time. Okay, so let's try our first bite of De La Rosa Mazapan. This even feels, now that I'm touching it, man, it's crazy how much this is like halva. It's kind of smoother. Like halva maybe has a little bit more stickiness to it.
A little more moisture, perhaps?
Maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, this feels...
It's like a magic trick. Go ahead.
This feels almost... Did you eat it already?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's eat it.
So buttery.
Oh,
but instantly turns to dust.
This is not dry, initially, anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
This is like... It turned into peanut butter.
Yeah. It immediately turned into peanut butter. Like as I was saying, the magic trick. Solid to liquid.
You know what this tastes like?
Huh.
The filling of a Reese's peanut butter cup.
You're right.
Remember I said?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is... Okay. When I woke up this morning, being kept up all night by a young kitten, the first thought I had was, I can't live like this. But it was certainly not, I am going to be giving Mazapan a high score.
Yeah, you dreaded this day, dude.
I thought this was going to be, and I let you all know, in very explicit...
and repetitive ways.
Text messages every day.
I said every hour from midnight to 5 a.m. I texted you, I'm going to give this a 0.
Yeah.
But
don't you dare give me one.
This is really good.
This
Delicious.
is really good. Yeah. Smooth, creamy.
Yeah, so creamy.
You know those like instant peanut butter powders?
Yeah.
It's kind of like that, but this tastes good.
Not overly sweet.
It's not overly sweet. It has a really natural taste to it too.
It does.
Yeah.
It's such a weird you're absolutely right. The transformation that happened when my saliva got involved was that it turned into a really creamy peanut butter. Like it wasn't dry, but it was like you had it was an Aaron Burr situation where you have a mouthful of peanut butter.
Thank you.
Hamilton.
And then so the saliva hits it and starts to get creamy. I don't know if there's like little chunks of peanut in there.
Yeah.
There's some little crunchiness going on too. So you get the best of both worlds.
This is like peanut butter halva. To put it in terms that I can understand, having never had this is like peanut butter halva, and this is really good.
It's delicious,
Delicious.
Wow. Who would have thought?
Most people.
The most popular Mexican candy in the world. Who would have thought?
It was good.
Wow.
Right, that was very impressive. Now, they make a version of this covered in chocolate.
Oh, I never had that before.
So when we do Reese's, there's going to be a fight.
Showdown.
There's going to be a sugar showdown.
Because that is a peanut butter cup. Wow, that was... strangely enough, I just saw an article from LA Taco of like, what to get when you're coming home from Tijuana. And they said in some marketplace, there's a store that has like all different varieties of De La Rosa.
Really?
So we're going to Mexico.
Jam.
We're taking the show on the road because they love us in Mexico. Wow.
Yeah, this blew me away. I wasn't prepared.
I am really thirsty. I will say that, but that's kind of, I mean, that's never stopped me from eating peanut butter before. You know what would be like, I almost want to like put this on because Greg, remember one time we made peanut butter M&M and jelly sandwiches, which is a peanut butter and jelly sandwich with peanut butter M&Ms on it. We should try a peanut butter and jelly sandwich with these in it.
Yeah.
Instead of peanut butter or in addition to?
Maybe a little bit of peanut butter.
Yeah.
Or maybe not.
Just to get
maybe
that
just
initial
like
moisture.
Yeah.
Just put like 6 of these inside of
bloop, bloop, bloop.
Like little landmines.
Yeah. Oh, let's not forget. I have a did you know?
Oh, yeah. Hit me with some did you knows.
Did you know that European Union law dictates that marzipan must have a minimum almond oil content of 14% and a maximum moisture content of 8.5?
That is very European.
Yeah, it's like, this is that.
And it can only be from the Mazapan region of the fatherland. Oops. Yeah, there's such strict things, which I appreciate actually. Of like,
I bet.
Yeah, you want another one? I'll throw another one at you. I got.
no,
lot.
I might take another one home.
All
but
right. Yeah.
this is real. Like I could
It's
eat
delicious.
like I could eat like 5 of these. This is so good.
And you know what's funny? I've eaten these a lot. I wouldn't say like, a lot, but enough to, and I should have remembered, but I didn't.
Yeah.
And it really impressed
So
me.
when was the last time you had one of these?
It's been a few years.
Okay.
But like every 2-3 years, I have a handful. And,
Yeah.
and I'm like, oh, wow, this is great.
Oh wow, I will never forget this. When was the last time you had one?
I want to say, pre-pandemic or probably early in the pandemic, we got a box like that.
Yeah.
We were at some place and they had a box. And we're like, okay, well, we're going to be stuck inside. Let's just grab the box.
We'll use this for survival.
Stock up on the essentials.
This will last us all year. And then half an hour later.
It also works as toilet paper. That's great that it comes in giant things like that, but they also sell the individuals.
Yeah.
Yeah, for like a dime or
It
something.
must cost 10 cents or something
like
to
that.
get one of those.
Yeah. Well, I got this box.
Oh yeah, so let's say where'd you get it and how much was it?
I got this box for $3.99 from Ralph's in Simi Valley.
Really?
I know. And there is 12 pieces in here.
So
in this box.
$3.99. Okay, let's do the math.
I probably obviously paid above market price.
Sure. You paid so you didn't have to leave Simi Valley.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, they call it the Simi Valley tax.
The Simi Valley import tax.
It has to be approved by all the cops waiting at the county line. Okay, so let's write down now. Let's rate this.
Before we do that, I do have one more. Did you know?
Did you know this is delicious? Yeah.
Did you know that you would like this? Did you know on January 12th, 2018, the Della Rosa company made the largest marzipan in the world to celebrate their 70th anniversary?
How big was it?
You're not going to believe this.
Also, stop me if you've heard this one.
A marzipan walks into a bar.
The second they opened up the packaging, it flooded a town. it just shattered into pieces.
It created a new mountain range.
It had a 9.8 foot diameter,
Whoa.
was over 3 feet tall, and weighed 18,289 pounds.
How does that?
Are they talking about me?
How do those dimensions work out? Like it's only 3 feet tall, and it
I mean,
weighed
look how
18
dense this is.
They are pretty dense. They are.
just compacted the hell out of
I
that.
bet there's a lot of protein in these also.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's like just just peanuts.
I mean, yeah, the ingredients are basically sugar, peanut.
Wait, so there isn't butter in this? Or?
No, there's sugar, peanut.
Wow.
Sugar peanut.
Hang on.
Sugar peanut.
Well, I might have missed one thing there. Go over it again.
Yeah. Let me make sure I got everything. Sugar, peanut.
Okay.
I don't know how he keeps track of this.
I'm getting
but-
lost. I'm getting lost in all the details here.
So should we rate this
Let's
now?
do
So
it.
we're going to rate these at a 0 to 5 cavities, 5 being the best. We're going to write down our answers so that we can't influence each
Yeah.
other. Okay, so man, this is tricky for me
I
because
know. You're a peanut butter lover.
I love peanut butter, but it seems weird that I would, because I know what range this is going to be in, but
Yeah.
for something that doesn't have chocolate on it to be in that range again, I'm questioning everything I know about what I like about candy.
When you go after a Reese's, are you specifically going after that peanut butter or the combination of the peanut butter and the chocolate?
Well, you see, the great thing about a Reese's is you got peanut butter in my chocolate and you got chocolate in my peanut butter. So it's hard to extract the two. I don't know what I like better in a Reese's peanut butter cup.
The fusion. The fusion is
The fusion is
yeah.
the fusion.
It elevates it to a whole new level,
Yeah.
which is probably why I can't say I like this more than a Reese's peanut butter cup, but maybe the peanut butter or the chocolate.
Yeah.
I'm thinking I
Well-
need to taste that because that might be
That-
like
it
a
might-
5.1.
It's definitely going to be a contender.
Speaking of Dolby, 5.1.
5.1 marzipan surround sound.
Okay, so let's write down our answers.
Oh man,
I wrote mine down on the wrapper of a Tootsie Roll.
You ate a Tootsie Roll already also?
he wanted that
spoiler.
chocolate and
Oh, yeah.
peanut butter.
I did.
So
I
then why'd you
needed
eat a
that.
Tootsie Roll?
Oh,
How dare?
Oh no, I got mom's spaghetti on that. Okay, let me think about
yeah, this is hard. It was really good though.
It's really good. And while I don't consider it a proto candy, I do consider it to be
man's first candy.
When we first domesticated marzipan, it is hard to, so while I won't put it down as being a quote unquote proto candy, it is a very old candy that is very different from what you would normally buy at a grocery store.
Yeah.
Even though this was sold at a grocery store.
Is this a candy or a snack?
It's got to be a candy.
It is candy,
Yeah,
right?
Because it's
gotta be
sweet.
candy.
Yeah,
It's got a
it's
bunch
sweet.
of sugar in
It's
it.
sweet. Oh, wait a minute. Could you go over the ingredients again? Is that-
Hold on. There's definitely peanuts. What's the other thing? Sugar.
Okay, so there is sugar in it. Wait, are there peanuts in it? Because I'm allergic.
There's definitely sugar. What's the other thing? The other thing is
Did they substitute something for something?
looks like it should have been almonds, but it's not. It's peanuts. It's
Peanuts.
That's what it is.
Peanuts.
This is really tough.
Not for me.
Okay, so are we all locked in here?
I'm locked
Yeah.
in.
All right, so like I was saying, I love this. This is
Me too.
like for most of my life, I used to put down things from certain countries. I used to say like, oh, I don't like pan dulce because it's not sweet enough. And then in recent years, I had like a concha and I was like, this is great. I don't know why I ever put this down. Like it's just sweet enough. And this is exactly that. Like, if this is like, where have you been all my life, De La Rosa? Sorry, this is an aphrodisiac, but
I'm not.
This was well planned, actually.
I need to make a poo, but not in that sense. While this is very good, one of the best things for me that I have tasted on here.
Yeah.
I don't think I gave this high of a score for Ghirardelli because I don't think I like it as much as Ghirardelli, but I like this a lot, and I gave this a 4.4.
Whoa. Wow. That is a strong stance.
Because I love halva, and this was like almost an improved version of halva because it had peanuts in it, which I prefer. And it was creamy. It had a great texture.
Yeah.
It smelled good. It tasted good.
Across the board.
Great choice. This is a
high
really good
contender.
candy.
Yeah.
What about you?
Oh, I went high on this baby. Can you see it, guys?
He loves Tootsie Rolls.
Let's pass around the Tootsie Roll.
4.95.
Whoa! Wow!
I can't find a single problem with it. Where would you ding points?
I am sitting on the edge of the stage right now, and I almost blew me off the stage.
Wow.
A la Kelsey Grammer. I have fallen.
I'm hurt. If I taste the chocolate one, I can see it being the thing I really need, which is like the mixture of many elements.
Yeah.
To give it the extra 0.05 to give it a perfect score.
That would be the 0.05 there. But I think like I'm been sitting here like, okay, try to ding it. Other than it falls apart when you open it, but that's part of the fun. Like,
there's nothing wrong with maybe you could say it makes you thirsty, but like it's not like I was like like if you have a sip of water with this, you're fine.
Yeah.
This is
Nothing
there's
to
nothing
ding. Yeah.
nothing wrong with this.
No. This is like, it blew me away.
Yeah.
If you're sleeping on marzipan or
Which I
De La
was.
Rosa,
Yeah.
I once was
You're missing out.
I'm woke now.
you can't cancel Daniel.
Yeah.
No, I am uncancelable.
Yeah.
Because I don't care what anyone thinks about me.
This checks all the boxes.
For me, except chocolate. That's the only thing missing here.
Yeah. I think the only thing that I could complain about is that it's not like fruity, gummy, tart, chewy.
Right.
But it's a different candy, it's not trying to be that.
We're trying, because you're a fruity gummy guy. I'm a chocolate guy. Greg,
Greg loves the classics.
and Greg, you can listen to this.
Greg loves the classics.
But we are trying, you and I are both trying to force our own tastes on this when it doesn't need, it is its own thing. It's its own thing. It doesn't need to fit into what we are looking for.
No, it doesn't. And it's beautiful how simple this is. It's amazing.
Can you go over the ingredients one more time?
I think it's
yeah. Talk slow this time. I always get lost.
It's what's this word? It's a peanut and sugar.
Oh,
Peanuts
right.
and
That
sugar.
was the second thing was sugar.
I give this a 4.1.
4.1.
4.1.
That is, these are great scores.
Yeah.
I don't think since Ghirardelli there has been an across the board this strong of a showing. Has there?
No, that we
Maybe
all,
Junior Mints that we all liked.
Yeah.
but I don't think we broke the fours.
I think I
yeah.
broke the 4.
Oh, okay.
I broke the 4.
Yeah.
I use the 4 as as our daughter company says. What would that be an average to? Like maybe 4.5, 4 point something like that.
Something
This
like
is
that.
really, really good.
Strong contender.
This may be the leading. We'll figure it out for you.
I think
listener.
Ghirardelli. I know we got to start keeping a Excel sheet that we could share with the world.
Yeah.
Okay, so now would you be excited to get this on Halloween? We'll start with me. This would be if I ever saw. Also, perfect size for
Perfect size for fun
to
size.
throw,
Yeah.
and they give you a large amount of them. Yeah, perfect amount to throw into some kid's sack.
Not a euphemism.
Not a euphemism. Not a euphemism.
But I'd love to get this on Halloween.
Hey kid, want an aphrodisiac?
And parents, watch out this Halloween because some houses give out aphrodisiac. We just give out clams and Della Rosa. Who wants oysters?
I got little bottles of red wine. Who wants some?
Does anyone want to eat the horn of a rhino? I would love to get this on Halloween. What about you, Greg?
Yeah, I absolutely would. It fits perfectly in with all the other sizes, and I bet it would complement other candies you were eating.
Yeah.
I
I was
like
just gonna
eating
say,
that
I'm-
with a fun size Hershey's bar would be perfect.
Yeah, imagine going like this Crunch Bar. Now and later, and then this and this and this and this. A popcorn ball.
Yeah. A razor blade. Yeah.
Dental floss.
Yeah. Apple slices open. No Ziploc bag. No bag at all. Just rumbling around in my bag.
And then a nice healthy bite out of a Bible. It would go great with that. What about you?
So I just want to say maybe this is an aphrodisiac. Look how good we feel.
Oh
Yeah,
my God.
it's true.
I'm looking all right.
It perked us right up.
Does this disco ball work?
My cheeks are turning flush so that you know I'm in heat.
We're just dropping little chunks of Della Rosa on each other's tongues.
I'm lactating. I don't know about you guys.
I would definitely be excited to get this on Halloween. My only concern would be that it would like explode in my sack.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
and marzipan would get on everything.
yeah.
Well, that is what an aphrodisiac is for. But you'd have to make sure you go to the Della Rosa house at the end of the night so it's not covered by all the other candy.
Stay open a little bit later.
Yeah.
Then we're coming back. Stay.
Could you hold this?
Yeah, hold this for me.
They would have to put it in a little like box.
Protect
for integrity.
Yeah. A lock box.
Yeah, like a chastity box because it's an aphrodisiac. But great choice on a great and unique choice on Halloween.
Yeah.
It kind of ticks both boxes that we look for in that question.
Yeah.
So before we get into our game, I mean, we've got a pre-game plug.
I love pre-gaming. The lift is outside. We got to down these.
We got to get to the dive bar so we can be sad while we do this. So we ask you to do one thing each episode. This episode, let's remind people that you can support us on Patreon financially to help keep this show afloat. If you go to linktree.com/candyisdandypod or patreon.com/candyisdandy, you could give any amount, but if the $3 level, you will have a customized drawing of you made as your favorite candy by our resident artist, Kevin Smith. Not that one.
I gotta get me one of those.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking
what's
about
going
that.
on with me.
Yeah.
He made one of me, but he did it for free for me, but we'd have to charge you too.
Yeah. No, that's cool.
Or if you want to do a one-time donation of $7, you can get the picture too. So for that, you want to go to linktree.com/candyisdandypod to do so. And yeah, even if you donate $1 on Patreon a month, it really helps us to pay for all this marzipan. And it helps keep the show going. And if we get enough people that show they want to support us, we will start doing our bonus episodes where we review cookies.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we haven't discussed that in a while. I walk through the cookie aisle at Ralph's every day. Yeah,
One day,
I keep
girl.
going, one day I'll be rich enough to eat these.
Eat cookies.
So yeah, go support us on Patreon, linktree.com/candyisdandypod. Support us.
Thank you.
So now
Support us.
we have our game.
Yes.
So I hinted at this game a couple episodes ago, but a new thing came up that we wanted to do. So I wanted to feed the beast, and I asked ChatGPT, that beast, Ringo the beast. Ringo,
He's AI now.
astonishingly intelligent. So is that what AI? No, artificial intelligence.
You dumb.
So
you stupid dumb.
So I asked ChatGPT to make a game for us, and I call this game ChatGPT Puts Another Writer Out of Work.
Oh my God.
So I asked ChatGPT, let's just call him Chappy, to create a game to play on a podcast, and it took rephrasing that because I don't want to play into when he becomes sentient, he'll kill me, but he's
What's a game?
What's
your social security number? What's your biggest fear? That's how it works. Did I lecture you on this podcast or the other one about AI?
You've lectured me on several. We went on other podcasts so that you could lecture me about the dangers of AI, of man gone godlike, man with godlike powers he can't contain. Yeah.
God made us and we made AI. And how is that going to go wrong?
Woman inherits the earth. So it took rephrasing a few different ways before the stupid thing came up with a good idea, but it actually came up with one. So it came up with the title Candy Word Association.
Oh.
The objective of the game is to, this is ChatGPT talking now.
Okay.
The objective of the game, this is ChatGPT talking. I will kill you.
Yeah.
The objective of the game is to come up with words related to candy. Gameplay. The game is played by one person starting with a word related to candy, such as chocolate. The next player then has to come up with a word that is associated with the previous word, such as bar. The game continues with each player taking turns to come up with a word that is related to the previous word. The catch is that each word has to start with the last letter of the previous word. Oh. So if the previous word was bar, the next player's word has to start with the letter R. For example, they could say rock candy.
Okay. So just candy related.
Candy related.
Okay.
If a player can't think of a word within a set time limit or comes up with a word that isn't related to candy, they are out of the game. The game continues until there's only one player left. To make the game more challenging, you could set a rule that the same word can't be used twice or that players can't use words. Oh, sorry, Ringo. I kicked your dog off the stage.
That's my son.
I kicked him so hard and he like flew up into the rafters. Is that okay? He should be fine.
He's a cat now. Is that okay?
He spun around so many times he turned into a cat. To make the game more challenging, you could set a rule that can't be used twice or that players can't use words that have already been used in previous rounds. That's the same thing.
That's stupid idiot. You're going to run the world. Oh my God, whatever.
So I asked it to make the name of this game funnier. It suggested candy word chain or sugar-coated word play. I asked it to make it even funnier. It suggested sweet and sour wordathon or candified word tangram or jelly bean linguistic jamboree.
Oh, yeah, that's the winner.
And I asked it to make it the funniest possible title. It suggested Candylicious Wordgasm or the Great Candy Verbal Spree.
Oh.
Okay. But then it said they might be a bit too silly or inappropriate for some audiences, but they are certainly memorable.
That's funny. That's funny.
You want to put down ChatGPT?
What do you know? You're a bunch of ones and zeros. Yeah. What do you know? Yeah. A gunshot rings out in an empty theater. I'm going to go out like...
Yeah, this will be the biggest assassination in a theater in 160 years.
A robot's going to kick the door. Prepare for jamboree. And then just execute us.
John Wilkes' computer booth is here to kill the sexy cigarette man.
Too funny for you.
How is this? Ha 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 ha. Okay, so let's start this. We'll start with me and then we'll go to Greg. And let's just say, like, if someone's just taking too long, we'll just call them out.
Okay.
So I'll start with the word. Let's just start with what the robot started with. Chocolate. So the next word has to start with E. Candy related.
Candy related with an E.
This is actually hard.
The E is hard.
Yeah, E is hard.
E is hard. I don't even know right now.
Okay, so Greg's out.
But now I have to do E?
No.
Eclair? Is that
okay?
Confection sweet.
Okay, that counts. So that
R?
ends with an R.
That's easy. Reese's.
Okay, so that ends with an S. Sugar. Wait, what's in marzipan again?
I think it's sugar.
Okay,
I think it's all sugar.
Yeah,
no, wait, there's
sugar.
another thing. This is a second thing for sure.
Okay, so you have R again.
Oh, Rocky Road.
Okay, so you have D.
Dental issues.
Oh,
you could have said De La Rosa, but
man, where's that robot?
You took a less easy road. I am here to help. Okay, so you had said dental issues, so I have S again. I already said sugar.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh, you got this, Daniel.
Yeah.
You got this.
Sweets.
Yeah, that's what I was
Sweets.
thinking.
You have S.
Dang, we're hitting that S.
Yeah. Maybe we should stop pluralizing.
Okay. Yeah.
Sure.
So let's just say sweet. You have a T.
T.
And do spill it if you can.
Teeth.
Teeth. That goes along with dental issues.
With teeth.
So you have an H. Interesting. Huh?
Hershey.
Okay.
Oh.
The why?
Because it's the game. Like
No,
that.
you got this. There's why ones out there, right?
I am sorry for killing you, Greg. That was funny in a robotically logical sense.
You know what's happening? The robot is going around the room.
Yeah, he's
Then
going
he
guns.
stands behind you and it's your turn.
You have 4 seconds to make me laugh with your humanoid answers. Okay, so a why? Oh God. I have a kitten. Maybe you should start counting me down. Oh God. I don't know. I don't have one for a Y. Do you have one for a Y, Greg?
All I could think of is yolk.
I was thinking yolk, but like, does that?
I mean,
is
they
that
use
a candy thing?
Egg and they use egg and
Yogurt.
Della Oh,
Yogurt
covered
raisins.
raisins. Okay.
Or cranberries.
I mean, they have
Which
yogurt and Della Rosa.
loves.
So I'm out. So you want to start with a fresh word and just be you
let's-
two, and
sure.
I'll count it down.
You can come
Okay.
up with whatever you want.
Okay.
Why was hard?
Why was hard?
Now you know the game. Try to get someone to.
I almost said.
Are we not allowed to say anything we just said?
Yeah, nothing we've done as
Okay.
much as we can remember.
Yeah.
Okay.
Darn.
Okay. Just off the top of my head.
That's the robot singing.
Lectin.
You can't even come up with one that isn't.
What do you-
Lectin.
Lectin.
Oh,
That's what one of the ingredients in all.
Right.
lectin. So N.
Oh, well, I'm not playing anymore.
Yeah.
You can be an advisor.
Tell me your answer, Daniel.
Dude, here's my answer.
Necco wafer.
Oh, okay.
okay.
R. Raisins.
Okay.
Oh,
A raisin?
raisinets. Raisinette.
Are we trying to stay away from S?
Let's try. So
Raisinette.
raisinette.
So we're
with a
back to T.
Yeah.
No, that ends with an E, doesn't it? Et.
No,
Oh
it ends
no,
with a
not
T.
not the dreaded E.
No, it ends with a T.
Hang on. Does the grammar general have to come back? How many?
Chat GPT grammar
Yeah.
guy. What say you?
Yeah, look what was raisinette.
I've spelled it a
It's
bunch.
an et,
No, it's not like that.
it's not a raisinette. It's a raisinette.
I think it is a raisinette.
ETT?
ETTE. A
ETT.
raisinette.
It's not a
Raisinetti?
girl group from the 60s.
Yeah, it is. Oh wait, maybe you're right. Actually,
So it's a T.
how is it taking this long to look up raisinette?
Because it keeps trying to correct me to raisins.
You know who would get this pretty quickly? The new third host, Chappie.
Chappy.
Chappy.
Okay,
It's raisinette. It's with a T.
It's with a
Okay.
T.
It's
okay.
raisinette.
All right,
It's
I
not
guess I thought it was like a girl group
Yeah.
from the 60s.
We said Tootsie Roll, right?
No.
No, we didn't. Okay.
All right, Tootsie
Oh,
Roll.
I should have saved my
So
lectin
L.
for that.
Yeah. Good luck with your L now.
Damn.
Do.
Lickamade.
Oh yeah.
What is that? An E? ADE?
Oh my God. We have to. Well,
Freaking E.
No, I think
that's a D.
it's a D.
It's a
yeah.
D.
It's a D like aid.
This is a grammar heavy episode.
It is.
It is, yeah.
Do,
So it's a D. We're doing D.
Yeah.
It's a good lesson for Ashton listening. This is a good grammar.
Dumb dumb.
Oh, dum dum.
Dum doobie doo dum dum, Greg. M.
Meatball. No.
Ha ha ha.
Are those sugary? I do not understand.
Mike and Ike.
Back to E.
Back to
Yeah,
E.
I didn't want to leave you with an E, but
Do 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 do
Um,
do 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 do
God.
do 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 do.
Over here reading the ingredients.
You're cheating. Do 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 do.
You said Eclair
do.
already.
yeah.
Greg is the winner.
It's the E's, man.
The E's. If any of you think of an E, leave us in a review on Apple Podcasts. Well, yeah, what could be? I mean, we did eclair, egg, yolk, well, that's kind of cheating.
Yeah, we're
though.
going into baking. I think.
Yeah.
Maybe next time, because there will be a next time. The ChatGPT made sure that maybe we should limit it to one word
Oh.
things. If
okay.
it's like Dum Dum or Della Rosa,
Yeah.
that counts. If it's a brand name, that counts. But if it's like Rock Candy, no.
Yeah. Okay.
Rock Lobster, maybe.
Rock
but-
lobster, maybe.
But yeah, that's our ChatGPT game, and
I am victorious.
and that's our Della Rosa Mazapan episode.
One of the strongest candies we've tasted here.
Yeah.
Really good. I'm very impressed. I'm almost as impressed as I am with the future of AI in this country.
Oh my God.
Oh, it's gonna be
I'd give it
peaceful. I think is a good word to describe it.
After eating a Della Rosa, I'm I'm as impressed as I am horny now.
Much like a robot.
Learning to love and getting it wrong.
So yeah, thanks for listening to everybody.
Yeah.
Well, I think we'll have a little bit of bonus for you in a week of something very special, but that's been our Mazapan episode.
Have a sweet and peanutty day.
Let this episode melt in your mouth and not in your ears.
Ooh, ears. I could have said ears.
My name is Mike Tyson, and my favorite candy is
gummy
ears.
ears.
There's got to be gummy ears.
Didn't he start selling gummy ears?
He told something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Have a crumbly week.
I hope you get hit by an earthquake.
Yeah.
All right.